that person to leave the house. Under pressure again, and Henry Burris not getting any time at all. Tristan Apalago is having a night with his third sack.
Tristan Apalago, you're absolutely right, out of Fresno State. I mean, he had that shoulder injury, came back the next series, and in that sprinter stance.
There's some veterans on that offensive line for Ottawa. Brendan Smith, the return up to the 38. Brought down by the top draft choice, Antoine Pruneau. Well, it's becoming a story tonight, so let's check our sack tally, brought to you by Purelator. Tackling hunger across Canada. Check.
It is a story because there's 5 for these guys and only 1 for the new team on the block. Henry Burris' time in the pocket is dwindling quickly here.
Halfway through the third quarter. Still a 2-point Ottawa lead. Ricky Ray looking for John Childs, who has the catch. And it'll be taken down by the newcomer, Antoine Pruneau, number 4 pick in the draft. And a 6-yard pickup for John Childs.
One of the reasons it is 5-1 is because that's a nice first down pickup by the Toronto Argonauts offensively. In the first half, they were generating almost 9 yards on first down. You get 9 yards on first down, that defensive line isn't going to pass rush any longer on second.
There goes the top team, second down conversions coming into the night. Second down here, out of the backfield, it's Bradwell with the catch and a first down. So Mike Bradwell, the McMaster product in his 6th year, has his first grab of the night.
Every time I go and do a game that Ricky Ray is the quarterback, I'll go to the opposition's, I'll go to the defensive coordinator for the opposition and say, how do you defend Ricky Ray? What's your thought? If you play too much zone, he will be patient all the way along the field. If you blitz him, he'll hit that deep ball. Mark Nelson said, yeah, this is kind of a double-edged sword against him.
Send one extra man. The pass is intercepted off the fingertip, and it's Brandon Thompson with the catch. First interception tossed by Ricky Ray on the season. And a long string without a pick comes to an end.
Well, and Mark Nelson's answer to the question was, you know, sometimes you just got to get a little bit lucky. Be in the right place at the right time. Stay true to your defense and what you do well, and maybe you get a tip, maybe you get a shot, maybe you get a chance to get them in the backfield. You disrupt them enough, and you might make a play or two, and those may be enough plays to win the football game. We'll see.
That off the fingertips of the middle linebacker, Travis Brown. Second turnover, second half for the Argos. And a string of 214 straight passes for Ray without an interception comes to an end. And there's Pierre Johnson and Henry Burris not on the same page.
Meanwhile, the Redblacks are just, they're slinging it on first down. And that first quarter, a lot of steady diet of Siobhan Walker. Just haven't seen that since then, from the second quarter on. Now they find themselves in second and long again, and that means that Tristan Apalago is going to get another chance to get the one-on-one on Jarrell McCullough. There's your offensive coordinator, Mike Gibson.
McCullough at left tackle in place of Nate Minkin this week. Trying to shore it up. Burris throws. He's got a completion. They have a first down. Catch is made by Dobson Collins. Collins with his first catch of the night.
Yeah, timing throw. Wasn't a target in the first half. I think Dobson Collins maybe had one ball thrown in his direction, but that's a big one. Timing throw in that curl picks up first down. Jarrell McCullough is getting his first CFL action at left tackle. North Carolina State.
Used to protect Russell Wilson there. Was in the Montreal camp. There's Burris. Slant. Complete. And it's 2 in a row to Collins, who was shut out last week. against his old team, the Eskimos.
Color held up his end, and he gets stops and Collins now. A little bit of a groove for Collins on that easy slant inside. Nice low throw so Collins can protect himself from the hit.
Redblacks had only 4 points off 2 turnovers in Winnipeg in week 1. It might have cost them that game. Trying to put points on the board after the interception. First and 10, a pump. Hit as he delivered, and the ball sails out of bounds, but on the last completion by Henry Burris, the odometer clicks over 52,000 yards.
Next on the list, Danny McManus. As long as he stays healthy, he'll get there.
And then into the top 3.
Yeah, one of only 5 quarterbacks over 50,000 yards passing.
I think he's got 27,000 more in him to catch AC. If he's a 45-year-old quarterback, maybe.
That's a big number.
Yeah. Early movement here.
Talked about him and his place in history, and he said, you know, he just hasn't had the time to even think about it, absorb it. He's focused on the next opponent.
Procedure. Ottawa number 50, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
There's McCullough moving early.
Yeah, and Jarrell McCullough's got to settle in. In fact, I asked him about McCullough, and in our conversation, he said, as long as I've talked to him about not giving up the inside spin move. If he just keeps his guy wide, I'll step up inside of him, and I'll make the play from there in the pocket. So he's hoping that McCullough can do that as he learns and finds his way here.
Haven't had a touchdown tonight. Ottawa hasn't had a second half touchdown. A pump over the middle, pass complete, and a big hit. Nothing wrong with it from DA. Dwight Anderson unloads on Siobhan Walker.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that hit. And Siobhan Walker knew it as well, got up right away. But this is the difference here is that Siobhan Walker has a football in his hands.
Didn't see it.
Toronto number 91, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
I was going to say, I did not see the flag, but it looked like an Argo had jumped the gun, and it is Apalago trying to get a split-second head start on McCullough.
I did see the movement as well. Didn't see a flag, but he clearly did jump offside.
No question. Argo's 9 penalties, 113 in the game. So it's second and 10, and pass is complete to Carter. Well defense there, and we've got Brendan Smith cramping up after making the tackle.
Well, on those second downs and passing downs, Mike Gibson, the offensive coordinator's answer here may be to bring in some blocking help. That's Marcus Henry, who is often running routes, but he knows that Shane Horton's been blitzing, Jamie Robinson's been blitzing, so he brings in to get a little blocking help Marcus Henry.
So the corner, Brendan Smith, remains down, just trying to get the cramp out after making the tackle that will set up third down. And Maher checks in. Well, Milt wants 7s, and it's been a long wait tonight for anybody to break through. Looks like Maher has the responsibility of providing 3 after the interception. And Smith is up and hobbling off. Field goal attempt will be from around the 32. Thomas DeMarco, the holder. Trying to make it a 5-point Ottawa lead. Sinkfield in the end zone if Maher misses. And he doesn't. And Ottawa extends the lead, 12-7 here. Woody, third quarter of TD Place Stadium. Talked about the glory days of the Riders near the end. They weren't glory days, but the fans still came out to cheer the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this team, we talked about their struggles, and there were some great players on those teams. David Archer, one of them, and I've said that many times, but this city always had great fans, sometimes not great owners. David Archer certainly knew that back then.
Ricky Ray under pressure and dropped again. TJ Hill on the blitz gets home.
A big play by TJ Hill to get these fans back involved and get them up off their on their feet and get behind this red-black defense. Now, I'll never forget that game with David Archer and how emotional the fans were. I saw fans crying. He walked way up into the stands and was hugging a lot of the fans. They knew that it was the end. Well, it's a new beginning. And that's a big play. TJ Hill.
Second sack of the game for the Redblacks. Second of the year for Hill. Second and 18. Ray delivers. There's Steve Slayton, who we haven't heard from since about midway through the first half. And he'll move the chains with a big play.
Oh, he ran a great route here. I mean, this was, it looked like it was going to be an out. And he breaks to the outside. He comes to the outside and then peels back in. He just sells this and back to the post. And is right there presenting a target. Little out fake and then right into the middle.
20 more yards for Slayton, and now they'll hand it off to the West Virginia product to midfield and nudging into Red Black territory. 3 catches, 59 for Slayton, and 5 on that run on first down. 1,282 yards, 9 touchdowns in his rookie season with the Houston Texans. Second and 5. Sinkfield on the waggle. Ray steps up. Flag on the play, and I believe it's Sinkfield who was a step ahead of the snap. Ray running for what would have been an Argo first down.
Well, TJ Hill agrees with you. He's signaling that this is against the Argos. Hill, of course, is a captain.
Offside. Toronto number 85. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Well, they call it Childs, but it is 83.
Childs, yeah, Childs is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, hang on. That wasn't me.
Scott Milanovic is the salesman, and his selling point to Sinkfield prior to the game is you're replacing Chad Owens, you're bigger, you're faster. Well, he's got those 2 things, but not the experience and certainly the waggle of Chad Owens. And the faster. And a throw, and there's Sinkfield. There it is. Atoning for the mistake. And a big catch in front of Jarrell Gavins to move the chains.
Yeah, I'll give him faster. Or excuse me, bigger.
Bigger?
I'm not sure I'll give him faster.
Well, yeah, there's the 419.
But if that's legit 419, it doesn't get faster than that. He just adjusts here nicely. He sees his quarterback scrambling in a little bit of a trouble. And he just makes a little adjustment, breaks his route off, and is right there.
And that's the final play of the third quarter. Argos with the football, and they're moving it, but they trail by 5 here in the home opener of the Ottawa Redblacks at TD Place Stadium in the nation's capital. Well, the defensive battle continues here as just 3 points in that third quarter.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those games. I mean, both teams have had some shots deep that they didn't connect on. Okay, that happens sometimes. I think the difference here right now is that those 2 turnovers didn't turn into points for the Red Blacks. Just 3 points off the turnovers. If that's a 14-point swing and they are punching it in, obviously we have a very different ball game. As it stands, the Argos on the road in this huge environment and this atmosphere that was created for this home opener. They got to like where they're at.
I mentioned that they have had some success, but the 2 turnovers, the fumble, the interception have have stalled this in the third quarter. Now we've got a play under review as the Redblacks are challenging that Ricky Ray was across the line of scrimmage on that last completion to Terrell Sinkfield. So we'll see if this drive will continue or not.
Well, my thought here to get that offense going again would be a little more of number 20, Steve Slayton. He's looked good. Now, trying to get his game legs underneath him, meaning that he's trying to get his wind. And remember, he's coming off a hamstring injury, but take a look at see that last play, and the challenge was Ricky Ray over the line of scrimmage, which is the 51-yard line, or just short of it.
Short of the 51. Well, let's have a look. So we'll back it up and see where the ball is delivered.
Well, if you go here, well, let me try that again.
I think he's okay, and that's a great sense of where he is on the field.
There's the 51.
After review, the ruling of the field is confirmed. The quarterback was still behind the line of scrimmage. First down, Toronto.
A guy like Ricky Ray, Matt Dunnigan, Henry Burris, amazing how they have that extra sense of exactly where they are on the field
and how much time they have.
It's been tough sledding tonight, though. Mentioned 29th game under Scott Milanovich only once. Has he been under 60%? He is tonight. Flag down, Ray over the middle. Catch is made. Spencer Watt working against Seth Williams.
We could see what this penalty is. It looks like it was the umpire who threw the penalty flag.
There is no infraction on the play. Toronto number 52 had checked in prior to the snap of the football.
Okay, ruling on whether Wayne Smith, who had lined up at tight end, was eligible.